Raise.
Matusow raises with his first hand of the night.
Play for 2,100.
If I can find it, there we go.
Phil Laak has picked up a pair of jacks here. He's just going to call. And Antonio is going to raise to 10,300 with a 10-3. And notice he did that again. He's betting 10,300 with a 10-3.
I actually looked at your cards by any chance?
Very interesting. Phil Laak just calling with jacks. Antonio raising with 10-3. See if Phil Laak's going to raise here.
And a call.
Oh, Laak calls.
Oy vey.
Oy vey, that's an expression from the Kabbalah. Means maybe my jacks are in trouble.
Is this one of your 10-5 dealies or pocket aces?
Oh,
Wow! He almost called Antonio's hand, 10-5.
well, Laak's jack still leading the flop.
Phil Laak checks his jacks. And Antonio was definitely going to fire out if a flop like this came up. But Phil Laak has almost guessed his hand. He's
Yeah.
got 10-3. Phil Laak guessed 10-5. Mr. Laak looks like, all right, Antonio, bring it on. I'm ready.
And it looks like he will. And Antonio comes out firing $17,000 into the pot.
Now, I really do not know what's going on in Phil Laak's mind.
I think
And Jennifer, I don't think Jennifer knows either.
I think she's saying fold with those eyes of hers.
I don't think so. I don't think he's thinking about folding. He's thinking about, should I raise here? I got my jacks. I know that flop probably didn't help Antonio. He might just call because he might fear Antonio has an overpair. Antonio's had aces a lot.
Well, you can show me the bluff.
He folded. You were right, AJ.
Welcome to our high-stakes cash game.
I saw a 10 of clubs. I think.
So Antonio steals a $24,000 pot from his close friend, the Unabomber.
You're starting to realize how these players are going to play more than I am.
I saw it in her eyes.
Antonio's very proud of himself right now.
You have 10-5, I'm like, oh no, it's close.
Antonio loves everybody right now.
Of course.
Consternation.
It's not a bad consolation prize.
How does Jennifer love you, Phil? We seriously don't, I really don't get it. She's way too pretty for you. She's famous.
Well, here's what Antonio really thinks about his good buddy, the Unabomber.
Phil Laak and I actually have been playing poker together for like 5 years. I got him into poker. He left Wall Street to come play poker in California because I called him every day and told him what was happening. And we traveled around together for like 4 or 5 years until he left me for Jennifer. And he's a tough cash game player as well. We tangoed a little bit. I was on his left. I made a couple bluffs on him. One worked, one didn't. I think we didn't really dance too much.
Matusow calls with Queen-8 offsuit.
8,500.
And Antonio immediately is going to raise to 8,500 with 6-7.
Right.
He was not threatened by Fred Chaminara's $2,000 raise. He puts Fred Chaminar on exactly what he has. Garbage. And Mike Matusow also. As I said, Antonio's radar is right on in this game.
Yeah.
He's seeing everything correctly.
Yeah, here he goes. Goodbye, Freddie.
But Matusow realizes that maybe Antonio's making a play here, and he's going to call 6,500 more with the Queen-8 offsuit. Interesting.
Pretty money here, sir.
There goes the 100,000 to Daniel Negreanu. Loan.
Yeah,
See you at the
yeah.
crap table.
No papers.
I'll see you at the crap table.
No attorneys.
Jack, Jack 3, 2 hearts.
Matusow checks. Antonio checks.
80, that's 9.
Let's go to the turn.
Jack of diamonds.
A third
Another
jack.
jack.
Right.
You got it. Thank you, sir.
Now let's see who's going to make a play here. One of these players definitely got to do something here. And it's going to be Mike the Mouth.
$6,000 from the mouth.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I think I got everything.
Wow, Antonio's just going to call. I could see Antonio raising here, but he's just going to call. This is poker at its
Yeah.
best. This is really poker
Take
here.
all the money, kids.
Bye, Phil. Nice playing
I
with
can't
you.
wait to see what's going to happen here. Mike checks.
Checks.
Now, Antonio called Mike's bet on the turn just so he could bet here. And here he goes.
There he goes.
As I said, this is really poker.
$21,000 from Antonio Esfandiari.
If Mike would have bet on the river, he would have won. Antonio bet, he won. Antonio is in the zone.
Here, huh?